How do you get the most out of YouTube monetization? Well, to get the most out of it, you kind of got to understand how the platform is best utilized. And even though we covered certain ways that YouTube monetizes, it's not the only way. So it's like one thing we didn't cover, because we were just talking about YouTube, was VEVO. So for artists that aren't in the partner program, like they can't monetize directly and they don't want to use Content ID, they can just pay a digital distributor to put their music on YouTube through VEVO. And VEVO pays like Spotify pays. They pay a percentage of revenue based on your percentage of the total number of views. So every view is monetized with VEVO. But the issue with VEVO is that you're limited when it comes to other revenue potential. So it's like if you're not with Content ID, if you don't have Content ID, then you can't take advantage of other people using your music on YouTube. And that's a loss of revenue there. You can't take advantage of the various features that come with direct monetization, like super chats and super thanks and super stickers and memberships and the merch shelf and things of that nature aren't available to you. So you can't take advantage of that. And that's a missed opportunity for revenue there. So there's a drawback to using VEVO, as well as a lack of control over the real estate. So it's like you look at your YouTube channel as real estate. That's like you got 42nd Street in New York. You got you got Herald Square. You got like 34th Street and things of that nature in New York, where there's so much traffic, so many people going to all of these different stores every single day. People pay big money to advertise banners and billboards in that area because of the eyeballs that walk through there every day. Now, the same thing goes for an artist's YouTube channel. You got people watching your content every day. Advertisers would be willing to fork over money to get stuff placed there. And if you have a VEVO channel, you don't have control over the real estate. So you can't hang a banner for an advertiser on your channel. You don't have control over those properties. VEVO controls those properties. So they dictate what goes into the cards and the end screens and the description box and all of that different type of stuff. That's something that they control and not you. So when it comes to monetization, you want control. So direct monetization helps you when it comes to control. Now, the thing about it is, in order to fully take advantage of monetization on YouTube, it requires doing more than just uploading music videos or creating like a certain kind of system of uploading music videos, whether it be utilizing the feature of premieres in a more creative way, or whether it be doing something like a podcast or something like a vlog where you talk about your experiences and your challenges as an artist and things of that nature. And for a lot of artists, that might not be something that they're inclined to do, but it's something that you might want to look towards wrapping your head around if you are an artist that can do it. And it doesn't take a whole lot to do it. It's like YouTube is a video platform, but it's not a platform that you need to be on camera to take advantage of. An artist can upload audio with an image file in the same way that they do with their music when they upload in music videos or not music videos, but like, an artist will take their cover artwork and upload that with their audio. That's the same way you could do with a vlog or something like that, where you just record audio into your phone using BandLab or something, and you're talking about, hey, you got a show coming up and you preparing for this show and things of that nature. You do the same thing. Take a picture of yourself and upload it to YouTube. Now, what that allows an artist to do is to communicate with their audience and being able to communicate with your audience allows you to educate them on how to support you, as well as promoting your music. So most artists just use those things as a means of saying, okay, go to Spotify and stream my song. Go here and do this. But in the same way you do those things, you can also steer people towards supporting you within the YouTube ecosystem. So we know direct monetization, you have super chats, you have super thanks, you have super stickers, you have memberships, you have all of these different things. So an artist, if they are doing a vlog or they're doing a podcast, they can use that opportunity where they're communicating with their audience to educate them that those things are options, right? Like, hey guys, if anybody is in, like, even create fun things around it, right? Like create like how they do on Twitch to some extent, where they have the like the leaderboard of people who have supported the artists. And it's like, you have the leaderboard on the side of the screen where you're giving shout outs to everybody that has donated to you. Like it's creative, coming up with creative ways to inform the audience that those things are available, that super chats are available, and things of that nature. Right? Like making a thing of it whenever you get one. Like whenever somebody sends you one, making everybody aware of the fact that that person sent you one, so everybody knows that it's an option. Like it's about educating them. Hey, if you post a comment, if one of you guys want to make sure that I see the comment you post, there is a super chat feature that will pin the comment to the top of the page, and just educating them. And if you have an audience and a community, that audience will value increased visibility. And that's what super chats give people, and super thanks as well. It gives people increased visibility. Now, the drawback to direct monetization isn't so much as isn't really like a major drawback, but you have this matter of content ID. So you can do content ID on YouTube to monetize people uploading your music. But as I've said before, you have publishing content ID. And if you have co-writers and one of your co-writers goes and puts in a claim with Song Trust, 100% of that revenue will get taken from you and kept by YouTube. I know a percentage of it will go to the songwriter, but YouTube effectively views your upload as unauthorized content. They're saying, hey, you don't have permission to upload this, so this is not your song. So they're not going to allow you to claim the revenue from it, like none of it. So if somebody puts in one copyright, one content ID claim, 100% of the revenue gets taken. And direct monetization doesn't protect you from content ID claims. So it makes you vulnerable in that sense. If somebody puts in a claim, 100% of the revenue gets taken. So if you are doing content ID and you put in a claim on a video and somebody else puts a claim in on a video, then it's this conflict, like two people put in a claim for the sound recording. It's a conflict. YouTube says, hey, y'all got to sort this out, prove who owns this thing. And there's that, right? Which is similar to what happens if somebody puts in a claim on a direct monetized video where you got to prove that you own it. But if somebody puts in a claim for the publishing and they legitimately own a piece of the publishing, then, it just complicates things, right? So that's more on the end of you have collaborators and explaining things to your collaborators and making sure everybody understands how everything is going to shake out, whether you're going to pay people on the back end yourself or, they're not going to be able to collect any monetization and having them accept that. But you definitely got to work that out because you don't want other people putting in content ID claims on a video that you're monetizing directly, because that's going to take away 100% of the revenue. Now, additionally, music videos that you upload directly to your YouTube channel are not considered music. It's just considered a YouTube video, just like any other YouTube video. So when you upload a video to YouTube with your channel, you don't get a UPC code or an ISRC code. There is no input for those things. So those views aren't being counted as sales. So it's not contributing to like your rankings on charts and things of that nature. And additionally, it's not collecting mechanical royalties. There's no performance or publishing royalties being collected from the music on YouTube when you monetize directly. So again, if you have like collaborators, people that you work with the music on that are entitled to mechanical royalties, those are things that you would have to pay for out of your pocket. Like you would have to do the calculations and go and pay those people what they're owed for the mechanical royalties and the performance and their contribution, unless they waive their right to the royalties. So that's one thing that you have to keep in mind with direct monetization. Now, direct monetization is great because of the level of control that you get over the real estate. So with your YouTube channel and owning your YouTube channel, you have your description box, you have your card section, you have your end screen section, you have your community tab, which is like a social media feed for your audience, where you could pump new announcements and things of that nature like that to them. And again, people pay for visibility to your audience. So artists can charge, advertisers can charge other artists for shout outs in their video, for mentions in their description box, in their cards, in their end screens, in their community tab, pinned comments under their video, and pinned comments make sure that that comment stays at the top always. So an artist could be charging other artists $20 for a pinned comment, or $50 for a post to their community tab where they like, yo man, new music from so-and-so, check it out, right? And if you got an audience that aligns with that artist audience, then that post is valuable to that artist, right? And it's a system of you're supporting them. But listen, man, people pay for features in the same sense. So it's not like it's all that bad for you to do something like that. You know, Snoop Dogg charges $250,000 for a feature, right? So artists always and have been charging artists for, the ability to tap into their brand value. So that's effectively what you're doing. You're charging people to be able to tap into your brand value. So those properties allow you to be able to do that, to leverage the real estate and your brand value through that real estate. You want me to bring attention to you using my description box? Okay, fine. Here's the price. Through my cards, through my end screens, through my community tab, through my pinned comments. Okay, here's the price. And that becomes another revenue stream. Now, doing it through the videos can be a bit more complicated depending on the artist the type of artist you are, because you might not want to be out there, like, hey everybody, sponsor in this video is Pepsi-Cola, the new line of drinks of, like that might not be your lane, right? Like we can't see a DMX doing something like that, or Kendrick Lamar sitting up doing something like that, and those things might hurt their brand, right? So maybe that might not be the thing for you, but there's ways around everything. There's ways around everything. So if you're not an artist that is good for being a pitch person and sitting down and, reading a script or coming up with a script to pitch a brand or something like that, what you can do is write a little line where you're like, all right, well, here's this, somebody is willing to pay you to promote their brand or something like that. You say, hey, the brand name, here's what it does. Click the link in the description box to buy now. And you go to Fiverr and you hire a voiceover artist to read the script. and then you insert it in your video like a regular ad, where you start the video and then it goes to the ad and then it comes back to the video. Or if it's the music video, it just starts with the ad and then goes to the music video. And the same thing can be done when it comes to something like affiliate marketing. And affiliate marketing, for those that don't know, is basically revenue that is a source of revenue from you getting a kickback from people purchasing products. So if an artist talks about production tools they use and they link to those production tools on Amazon, and somebody goes to Amazon and buys that production tool, they get a percentage of that sale. But with Amazon and iTunes and their affiliate programs, they give you a percentage of any sale. So it's not just that person going there and buying whatever it is you talked about. It's that person going there and buying anything. So if you talk about your song on YouTube and you link to your song on iTunes and you post an affiliate link to your song on iTunes and somebody clicks that affiliate link, then if they go into iTunes and buy a movie, buy an app, buy anything, you get a kickback from that sale. So that's the way that works. If they go in there and buy any other song, any other movie, or anything like that, if they subscribe to Apple Music, you get a kickback from that activity. So Amazon and iTunes does those things. So if an artist is talking about their music and linking to iTunes, if they're talking about other people's music and linking to iTunes or Amazon or both, right? If they're talking about their production tools and linking to that, if they're talking about, like, also, you got style is another thing that can lend itself to affiliate marketing. You talking about the sneakers you buy, the clothes you buy, all of these different types of things. You can post affiliate links. Here's where I got these. Anybody that's looking to get fly gear, you could go here. Things of that nature. Gaming, if you play video games, you can link to where people can purchase these games from. All of these different types of things can become revenue sources. And in the same sense as if an artist don't want to talk about these things themselves, again, voiceover artists, have them talk about these things and what it does for 30 seconds and post it to your video with a link in the description box that people can click on. Then it's not you saying it, it's somebody else, and you just have the link in the description box for people to click on, and you don't have to do that yourself. So that is a way for you to be able to take advantage of the affiliate marketing opportunity that YouTube provides. So you got that. Now, with Content ID, you look at something like the Running Man Challenge and My Boo by Ghost Town DJs, which was like the background music to the Running Man Challenge. So you have all of these people that create these videos because it became like an internet sensation where everybody uploaded their own version of the Running Man Challenge, them doing a dance to the same song, the My Boo song. It was like TikTok before TikTok, right? And that thing just exploded over the internet. Now, Content ID, identifying that song went from when it came out in 1996, it charted at number 31. That's the highest that song had charted, number 31. In 2016, due to the Running Man Challenge, the song charted at number 27. So it charted higher in 2016. It charted higher in 2016 due to the Running Man Challenge than it did when it initially dropped with the record label promotion and all of that different type of stuff. So with Content ID activated for that video, all of those videos that generated millions of views become a source of revenue. Monetized revenue that goes to the content creator. So that's like the value of Content ID. The fact that if your video takes off, or if your song takes off and everybody starts using it in their videos, or if somebody goes and gets married and some type of heartwarming marriage ceremony, and they use your music, you earn revenue from that. Now, the downside to it is the fact that if, let's say, somebody got married to a cancer patient that was like on their way out, like, God forbid anybody finds themselves in that position, but you got somebody who's on the verge of death through, this terrible disease called cancer, right? And they get married and they have your music as the background track to their marriage ceremony and stuff like that. And that goes viral because people are moved by it and everything. Now, in that situation, for these people to get a copyright claim, that might not go over so well, especially if those people made it public and went out and was like, oh, I can't believe we got this copyright claim. That would look horrible on the behalf of the artist, because you look heartless to some extent. And that's what happens when there's just like this blanket content ID thing. Everybody gets their content claimed, no matter who or what, unless the copyright owner goes in and whitelists the channel and say they can use my music, they have permission to use my music, I'm not going to strike them or monetize the music that they use. So unless the channel owner goes and whitelists the channel, everything gets monetized. Now, you as an artist might not be aware of all of these different things that's happening with your music. It's a bunch of stuff that goes viral that we have no idea exists because it just doesn't come across us from the circle of people that we float in. These aren't the people that share that type of stuff. So we don't have a clue, but that doesn't mean it ain't going on. And even though through not utilizing content ID, you lose the revenue, it's free promotion. And promotion costs money. People spend millions of dollars on advertising. So to be able to get millions of dollars worth of advertising for free through people creating viral content using your music could be worth more than the content ID revenue would be. Additionally, you have channels like music channels, like College Music and Colors and things of that nature, that put artist music up on their channels. And if they use the music of a new artist, they don't really get anything out of that, because that artist has no audience that's going to come and watch their channel because they're promoting that artist. It's more them promoting the artist. So it's like for an artist to claim that video and take the ad revenue from it, when it's like they're working to promote your music to the world, might not go over so well. In fact, a lot of those channels require that you whitelist them and allow them to monetize the video because of that fact. It's like, hey, I'm giving you free promotion, so why should I have my revenue taken away? So it's like content ID can be counterproductive to that effect, where people might be reluctant to upload videos promoting you due to the fact that the revenue will be claimed, which disincentivizes them doing it. Or if somebody does it, take the video down because like, well, I can't make no money from it, so whatever, right? But they might have an audience that might be valuable. So as an artist, you got to weigh the pros and cons of doing content ID, the revenue against the whole aspect of free promotion. Established artists, a lot of them don't feel like they need the promotion, so they want the money. So they go and they do content ID, right? And also the audiences get so much attention from established music that they feel like it's worth it to use the music, despite the fact that they're not going to be able to earn revenue off of the actual video. So for them, it works in the same way too, right? It's like, okay, well, I'm going to get attention. I don't make money off of the video, but I bring attention to myself, and I get people to subscribe to my channel, or I get people to follow me on Twitter or whatever have you. So, hey, whatever. And it makes sense for them. The pros and cons add up, and they'll go and do a Running Man challenge and have the video claim, but bring attention to themselves and become popular and end up, on one of these talk shows talking about this dance that they created. So everybody has to weigh the options for whether it's something that works for them. When an artist is unknown, people feel differently about them. It's almost upset, like, oh, this guy's gonna claim my video. When an artist is established, they almost expect it. But yeah, that's something that you got to take into consideration, whether Content ID is something that will work for you. And also, like I was saying before, about the fact that if you are not eligible for direct monetization, then Content ID is something that you have to do to monetize your channel until you're eligible for direct monetization, unless you use VEVO and post your music videos through VEVO until your channel is eligible for direct monetization. The only thing with that is that your views on VEVO don't count towards YouTube's monetization threshold of 4,000 hours watched. So you're not helping your channel move any closer to monetization by posting videos to VEVO. So you are basically deciding that you don't want to be on YouTube as like a brand when you go through VEVO. You're just saying, hey, I just want my videos on YouTube for people to be able to watch, but I'm not trying to be on there and monetize like a YouTube channel directly and take advantage of any of those features or anything like that, man. You also lose Content ID revenue, as I cited before. So it's a lot to think about. So you got different approaches to monetizing YouTube. You got a comprehensive approach and you have a specified approach. And the different avenues, the different approaches will work for different types of artists. The most beneficial would be the comprehensive approach, where an artist does it all. You have monetization directly through the partner program, which allows you to take advantage of all of the features, the super chat, the super thanks, the super stickers, the memberships, the merch shelf, all of those things, which artists can leverage in a number of ways, from affiliate marketing to selling ad space to selling shout outs to brands and other artists as well, utilizing the real estate that they have, the description box, the cards, the end screens, the community tab, pinned comments, all of those different types of things that they can leverage, as well as the ad revenue that they can generate income from. So they have all of those tools at their disposal to generate revenue, as well as being able to do things like paid concerts on YouTube through the memberships. So it's like you could go and put on a show for members and make a video exclusive to members and do stuff like a $1 concert. You could do weekly performances every week, live stream a live performance and charge people $1 to watch. And that $1 that they pay to watch could get them the ability to be able to watch whatever exclusive video content for that entire month. If you got 1,000 people willing to pay that, that's $1,000 a month, from people paying $1. So that's one way to monetize. So you have direct monetization. Then on top of that direct monetization and everything you can do there, you have Content ID. And Content ID allows you to monetize third-party content. Again, going back to the Running Man challenge. Somebody uses your music and some type of viral video, and everybody else starts copying it, and it starts spiraling out of control on YouTube with all of these different uses. then you get revenue from that, and you can monetize that and make money from that, in addition to the direct monetization. So you have content ID, you have direct monetization, you have affiliate marketing, you have sponsorships, you have advertising, you have memberships, and those things allow you to fully monetize and take full advantage of everything that YouTube has to offer. Now, if an artist doesn't want to commit themselves to being able to meet the monetization threshold of 4,000 hours watched and 1,000 subscribers, because that's not easy to do. That's not easy to accomplish. That's not easy to do. It's not easy to accomplish, because it's like, what does it take, really? What it takes to reach that threshold is you need to get like a ton of views. You need a ton of views. We're talking about maybe 50,000, 100,000 views of a video where somebody watches like the full duration of the video. Like if you got a 5-minute video, you need 50,000 people to like watch 100% of the video. And most people only watch about 30 seconds, maybe a minute of the video before abandoning the video. So it takes a lot of times either more uploads or longer form content, where you're doing a podcast or you're doing a vlog where people are watching for longer periods of time, to where you don't need people to be on, where you don't need people to watch as much, because you got fewer people watching for longer. So it's either more videos or longer videos to get yourself to the point where you can reach that monetization threshold in terms of hours watched. More videos or longer videos, or both, longer and more, you know? Now, if an artist is not the type of person that wants to do the podcasts and the vlogs and things of that nature, then it becomes a matter of compartmentalized monetization. So now you're talking about just doing content ID and monetizing your channel and any other content on YouTube through content ID exclusively, or just doing VEVO and monetizing your music through VEVO and throwing everything else to the wind, or maybe doing VEVO and content ID to where anything that anybody uploads gets monetized, but your music videos are monetized through VEVO instead of through content ID, like the videos that you upload. So you have those types of options. Now, those things aren't as financially beneficial as direct monetization, but they are options for artists who operate a certain kind of way, who aren't as big on personality, who aren't as extroverted and willing to sit in front of a camera and talk to people, or record audio where they talk to people. They just don't want to talk to people at all. They just want to make art. They want to make music and put the music out there for people to enjoy, and that's it. And if that's you, then VEVO and content ID will probably be the best way to go. But if you're somebody who's open to those other things and, you know, exposing yourself and being out there and talking to people and stuff like that, direct monetization is a big tool, right? A big opportunity rather. And having that all-encompassing approach with direct monetization and content ID, and also putting your music on YouTube Music through your digital distributor to where people can stream it and you make money on the streaming platform. And if people are watching it on YouTube, you're making money from the views, and also leveraging your real estate to squeeze more out of the people who are following you and stuff like that, can allow artists to really make a significant amount of money through YouTube.